Ouais, je y aller. Or celebrating cup classic is when you use a saver, so not a sword, a saver, to basically just chop off or hit the neck of the bottle in order to pop it off. All of the pressure is what actually makes that neck cut off like it. So Simonson was founded in the 1960s by the Milan family. It's a lovely beautiful couple called Frans and Lisa Milan. They started this farm with only a couple of Chenin Blanc vineyards and also mainly citrus growings. And in 1971, Frans Milan created the first South African champagne. Now in South Africa, we don't call it champagne, we call it Cup Classic. When you go to Spain, they call it Cava. When you go to Germany, they call it Zecht. And that is because we cannot use the term champagne, so we've curated multiple terms for the same method.
Tatsächlich, ja. das trinken.
Roughly just where the barrel ends over there.
But the first one was watermelon.
Left-hand side of you is the Saturday. So this is another one of our cup classics. It's made with Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier. It's a bit sweeter. We've added more sugar concentrate.
Yeah, it is.
Not too bad at all. So actually this is going to be testing of different wines. The red wine, I think it's the one that is just coming now. We've just did the white Chardonnay. Can't remember the name now. But this is Simon, so we can see even the white good wines. Nice man. So yeah, let's go with the flow, guys. Let's just enjoy the video.
Yeah, maybe the water will have. Yeah, move. Oh, there it is. Because he was asking for
the red one, sorry.
Oh, perfect.
It was empty. I just
don't like
emptied
this
the
one.
So the bill for this one is about 500.
Sorry?
Is it 2021
2020.
or 2020?
Pick up the bunch. The
So
other one was the
820.
2021.
Oh, okay.
That was the Cab Shiraz.
Even this.
Of Cabernet Sauvignon and Shiraz. That is why it is nice and dry and spicy at the same time, but still very light. Normally in South Africa we say the Cape Shiraz is our dry wine. Then you get the Pinotage, which is a lot more fruitier. This one has beautiful spicy plums right in the center towards the tip of your tongue. It also has lots of red bursting cherries and it's perfect for easy drinking.
Let's test it, guys.
What's your favorite so far?
Alright, so it's time to be leaving. Salmons? Is this salmons? Quite testing. We're gonna be going to Stellenbosch. There's still a lot that I'm gonna be showing you about wines, guys, so just stay tuned.
And do some like.
The wood is fairly coarse.
So yeah, guys,
and it
let's
is
go to
light
Stellenbosch now.
compared to European or American oak. And this is why we have to import. And it is very much the center of the South African wine industry. It is home to the University of Stellenbosch, which is the only university in this country that offers a degree course in winemaking. So there are two departments. One department teaches viticulture, which is the science of growing vines to make wine. And then there is viniculture and oenology. This is the sacred chemistry, the science of vinifying the juice of the grape and turning it into wine. Well, that governor I told you about, whose name was Simon looked out from his window in Cape Town one morning and he could see the distance, these beautiful mauve mountains, and he was curious as to what might lie here. And so he organized an expedition. One fine morning he set off from Cape Town with 100 people. It took them the whole day to get here because there were no good roads. For the first time that evening he saw a large river, and so he called it Eerste Rivier, or the first river. Now, not only did he note that the river would make agriculture possible, he noticed also that the soils in this valley were good for wine production. Remember the story of the year? And he encouraged them to produce wine. So by the 1690s, Stellenbosch had become a wine producing area. Now, because of the wine, perhaps Stellenbosch has become quite prosperous. It seems to me that wherever there is wine, there is also prosperity. When the governor founded the town, he decided that water from the first river should be conducted into the town so that people could irrigate their gardens. He loved gardens. And he also insisted that the farmers plant up to 100 oak trees every year. Now, many of the oak trees that were planted back then still thrive in the town, which is why we call it the town of oaks. Now, quite interestingly, the oak trees of Stellenbosch are protected under the National Monuments Act. But of course, he designed and constructed a satellite, which was taken into orbit from the Vanderbilt Air Force Base in the United States in the late 1990s. Now, because of the university and other educational institutions, Stellenbosch is quite an important cultural center and hosts a number of important cultural festivals. Stellenbosch has just finished. Now, within a few moments, we are going to stop and park the bus. And then, if you wish, you can accompany me on a short walk through the town. We are not able to travel through all the small inner streets on this double-decker bus, so we park the bus and then we take a short walk of about 25 minutes, just so that you can see the buildings up close and experience the atmosphere of Stellenbosch. At the moment it is relatively quiet as the students are still away on holiday. the students, of course, come from other parts of South Africa. So they may live in the residences or otherwise rent digs, although this is becoming increasingly challenging as rental prices in Stellenbosch become quite steep. Interestingly, the student residences in Stellenbosch are segregated by gender, so there are residences very much part of the student culture of Stellenbosch. Our next stop, by the way, will be the Franschhoek wine cellar. Remember that when we get there, you will by now perhaps have scanned the QR code on your ticket and been able to take a look at the winter menu. If not, that's not a problem. When you get there, a menu will be placed before you on the table where you are seated. You'll be able to order something from the kitchen, and while this is happening, the wine, many of them claim that this reduces the risk of various pests and plagues that normally would affect the vineyards. But we leave the valley now and we are going to travel via a short mountain pass into yet another valley where the village of Franschhoek is located. These mountains, more than 3 million people in the region depend for their survival on these dams. So we people of Cape Town are always overjoyed when we see snow on the mountain peaks. We know that the snow will eventually melt and augment the flow of water into the many streams that rise in the... The road is not terribly infernal or hellish anymore. It is mostly straight. It's quite wide. But a century and a half ago it was a very narrow, winding track. There were many sudden descending from the mountain pass, and we will soon enter a new valley. The next valley we enter lies around 240 meters above sea level on average. It is quite a spacious valley, about 25 kilometers in length and around 18 kilometers wide. Well, you heard earlier today about the great diaspora in many directions. Some of them had fled into the Netherlands, as you heard, and so they travelled to South Africa, mostly on ships of the Dutch East Indies Company. And many of these Huguenots are granted land in this valley that we are now entering. Well, now some of the Huguenots were far-sighted. They did not wait for the persecution to begin. And so by 1685, some of these Huguenots had begun to make their way to this country. Most of them only arrived at the end of the year 1688. More or less 140 French families. Now we are soon going to be passing a wine estate that is very, very well known. It is called Boschendal. The land on the left also belongs to Boschendal, but most of the land we'll be seeing on the right side of the road shortly. Boschendal, by the way, means literally bush and valley.
Boschendal,
trees all over
it's
the
a
valley.
farm.
And even before the First World War broke out, South Africa had begun to export peaches overseas. Just glimpse there the manor house of Boschendal on the right now, also an H-shaped house In the beginning, the houses were simply square or rectangular. There might be a wooden partition wall in the middle to create separate private rooms. But as families become wealthier, they extend their houses. So they might build on an additional room at one corner of the house, and the house would look like the letter L. Later they would add yet another room. The house would now look like the letter T. Drive up the road, you'll sometimes see names like La Motte or La Provence. Further up the road there are places like Chamonix and Dieudonné. Spoke French anymore. But the names of the farms remain, and also many South African surnames. At least 1 in 4 South African surnames of European origin are French. So many South Africans are Fourie or Duplessis, and so on. Also de Klerk. Right now we will be stopping at the FransHohoek Cellars shortly. This is not an estate like Simonson. I'll later talk to you about estates in slightly more detail. The FransHohoek Cellar is a cooperative, so they source their grapes from a number of different locations, unlike an estate. Now the premises of the FransHohoek Cellar are just right at the beginning of the town. We are going to be stopping there for approximately an hour and a half. You'll be able to get some lunch there, and there will be a wine presentation. After that we will then take a drive into the village itself, where you will be able to spend a little bit of time on foot. It's become an enormously successful business, the wine tram of Franschhoek. So you will be seeing these green painted buses, and at one point also the green painted tram that travels on the old railway line. So they take tourists around, stopping at a number of wine estates in the valley. We are going to be spending a total of an hour and 40 minutes here at the FransHohoek Cellar.
FransHohoek, guys. Let's see how this place just looks like. FransHohoek. Wow. Let's go, guys. Okay, the FransHohoek Cellar is right in there. Okay, let's give it a tour real quickly. FransHohoek Cellar. Yeah, so guys, this is FransHohoek Cellar. Can you read it? Red one.
Oh, ci fosse più con la in tempo sta nella corna qua.
Let's see how it goes.
Oh, ora.
Yeah, so when it comes to food, this is what you get here. So I guess I'm gonna get this, what do you call it? What is it? What is it? Okay, here the butternut fried chicken burger. So let's just wait and see how it looks. So guys, let me just get you the names of these wines. Yeah, this one here is that one there. This one here is the Shiraz. Right. Those are the red wines. And when it comes to the white wines, this one there is this one here. And that one there is this one here. And the tasting, let me just taste this.
शक्ल ऐसी होती है, ठीक है, सारे छेद अलग अलग है, आपके मोबाइल में ग्रुप खोलो, आपके मोबाइल में खोलो।
That's much better than this one. Oh boy, the white one.
किनोआ सलाद खा सकते हो, किनोआ सैलेड
Much more of a beer. Let's just go for this one.
वो हेल्दी है, वो कैसा होता है, ओट्स जैसा होता है, उसमें वेजिटेबल्स आएगी और hummus आएगा। क्या बात है?
I prefer this one. But I hope I'm not gonna get drunk here.
This is Darren. I'll be doing the tasting with you guys. And on the wine you'll find some nice honeysuckle, peaches, and the Cape gooseberry flavor. Also say it's one of the few wines that you can start drinking 6 o'clock in the morning as well. Your second one is then our statue defense of the Blanc, lovely green fruit flavors, some green apple, pineapple, and kiwi flavors that you'll pick up on this specific wine. Your red wine, the first one is the Shiraz, nice and spicy, the right over the one with the spice. And on the wine, the one has nutmeg, cinnamon, and the white flavor. The last one is in our church Cabernet Sauvignon. It's the heaviest wine in our collection, but it's a very nice, easy drinking, dark fruit flavors, plums, cherries, and mulberry flavors that you'll pick up on the wine. If you have any sleeping problems, you can always have a glass or two before bedtime. If that does not work, 6 bottles, you will sleep like a baby. And please don't tell your doctor I told you so. Price-wise for the wines, the white wines is 90 Rand per bottle, and the red wine is 110 Rand per bottle. We also have a shipping company called Cape Town Wine for any locals who wants to do courier anywhere in South Africa, basically. People for Europe countries, we have the wine store, so you can just ask me or my colleague Shasta to explain a bit more about the Euro wines. So basically what it does is order the wine from the price, you get an 8% discount as well, and then we ship the wines to you guys as well. Also note that the prices on the Euro wines, it includes all taxes and duties as well, so it is an
नीचे माल निकाल रहे हैं
Alright guys, these are the end results of the food that I've just ordered. It really looks delicious. I think they're doing quite well in cooking around here. So we're just gonna be giving it a taste. Let's see how it goes.
Even thou, you must try to normalize life.
The chips are okay. It's just this, the salads. And I hope everything goes well here. I'm gonna enjoy this. And yeah guys, I'm so full. I can't breathe. Stomach. And the stuff here that needs to be finished as well. I hope I'm not going to get drunk because I'm already. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Let's get out there. Let's check out the restaurants, how they look like here. Are they good? Sorry. Some privacy here. Now let's continue with the journey. Let's get back to the Red Bush. It's a nice weather here. Very mountainous area. The wine area. This is where all the wine is coming from. You guys tell me about it.
Rail service, the building now houses a bar and cafe.
Stopping somewhere around here. I'll have you the walk tour around here.
Of course, as you heard, the descendants of the first French Huguenots who were settled in this valley may have lost touch with their language. but many elements of their culture have persisted. The wine, of course, the fine dining. Many of the descendants of the Huguenots take great pride in the achievements of their ancestors and their contributions to South African culture. And so a Huguenot society was founded. The Huguenot Society members suggested that a monument be erected. They had hoped to do this in the 1930s, but the war intervened, so it was only after the Second World War that the Huguenot Memorial was finally unveiled here in Franschhoek. And if you take a look out to the left side now, you will see the Huguenot Memorial with the three arches. There is a lady standing on the globe. She holds in one hand the Bible and in the other a broken chain. This symbolizes freedom of religious practice. Arches would symbolize the Holy Trinity of Christian faith. She has on her robes various symbols, including a spinning wheel which represents the industry the French bring. It also has a bunch of grapes on it, symbolizing viticulture. By the church, and then you'll be able to step off the bus and stretch your legs for a couple of minutes, for half an hour. After that we will then proceed to Paul, where we visit the next wine estate, which is called Franschhoek, and that is where you will have your wine and chocolate pairing. Bear in mind the chocolates that you will be pairing with wine later come from the fine or from the Huguenot Fine Chocolate Company, which is based here in Franschhoek. The Huguenot Fine Chocolate Factory has been a feature of Franschhoek for at least 3 generations. It is very much iconic. The main production facility is now in Stellenbosch, but they still have the most important chocolate shop here in Franschhoek. You can see just down here on our left, if you take a glance down this little street on our left, you'll see the Huguenot Fine Chocolate Shop. So bear in mind, later on the wine estate Franschhoek. Incidentally, those of you who take an interest in such things might want to pop into the church. It is currently open. It is not a large church, but quite spectacular on the inside because of its elaborate woodwork, timberwork. Plenty of yellow wood was used. So we have approximately 30 minutes. We'll be stopping right here by the church. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be spending 1 hour here, so I'll show you inside. Please ensure that you're back on the bus by no later than 4:45. It's quite important we depart on time. Some people on the bus will have to
Another wine tasting. Not bad. Then we'll be following the other one, and then we'll go for the red ones. These are the names.
Are you guys doing? Did you like it?
Yes.
Is it good?
Back on there. Okay. This one here. This one here. Start on there. This one here. It's this one. It's the one that I'm testing. That's good. Because of this. The real taste is great, but I'm not good with this. Not really good with this. It's not my industry. I'm not even drinking it. Okay guys, let's go for this one. It's a fat rock red, Rockland dark chocolate. Yeah, tasting just like that. Let's go for it.
I love this one. I love the small ones.
Yeah, not bad, but I'm not good at it at all. But I feel good with it. Let's go for the chocolate. Okay guys, let's go for this one. The CapeTown. I think I can resonate with this one. There is the chocolate. Let's go for it. Very nice. Sweet. There's some cherry inside. I don't know. kind of spice in there.
Look, I also have a friend here, Mata.
27 months.
It's good luck.
Empty glasses, which I like because normally they will be full and there will be little nibbles of chocolate left, which I have to collect. But nevertheless, you guys, you will come to me. I'm going to bring out the wines, white wines. Yeah, there's some red wine, so you guys can come and collect another sip of the wine, which is actually a little bit more than the actual taste. And then you can come and collect a glass of wine and go and explore our grounds outside. I know it's really hot in here. Okay? So, only one. Don't come back and say,
Okay guys, let's test this one here. What's the name? It's Arabic Shiraz. Let's go for it.
This one, this is perfect. But what I leave here, travel the way to Cape Town. No, as long as it's as long as it's 2008.
To me, they just taste the same. Crazy. Okay, let's go for the chocolate.
Wine tasting.
Not bad at all. Especially the chocolates. I love the chocolates than the wine. But I think I'm gonna get drunk. But anyway, I won't be finishing all that. It'll be just only some sips. Red one might be my favorite. The white one, I don't think so. But it's not that harsh as far as they're saying. I don't know. Will it really get me drunk? That's the question. I'm gonna try on it. Let's see how it goes. This is actually a lovely place. As you can see it, guys. The kids are playing. Others, they're just eating. It's just a nice thing to be around this farm here. Wine. Get a taste of it. It will be just fine. At least I think. It's amazing. Let's go this way. Wow, what an amazing sight over there, guys. Look at it. Just literally can just come and sit here and then just enjoy this sight of this dam here. Some water there, but it's quite muddy. Damn, it's making my shoes dirty. Amazing.
ich mir den fragen, weiß ich ganz genau, wie das passiert, weil ich da Sportsachen habe, die den Wäschekorb füllen. Das
Sorry. Could you actually have a bigger budget? Sorry?
Wow, it's quite an amazing sight. To look from here, look at that. It's amazing. Yeah guys, this was one of the amazing tours that I've ever hit here in Cape Town, and all the places that I've been just showing you is about wine. This is actually a wine zone. My wine is actually done, you know, the grapes are actually planted here. It's also harvested here, and they make a lot of wine. So everything that you've seen is from these areas here, right here in Cape Town. You've seen Stellenbosch. You've seen so many other places that I've just forgotten that I cannot mention, that I'll just mention in the video. And I hope guys you really have enjoyed this tour, and please subscribe to my channel Walk Africa. There is more to be coming. Your support is everything. Yeah, liking the video as much as the support you can give me, sharing the video as well so that it can get so many other people. Yeah, that's how you could support me. So guys, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye for now. Ooh. There's so many people here yet.